Hello and welcome to the video. In this video, we are going to understand the problem find XOR sum of all pairs bitwise AND. This problem was asked in the LeetCode contest 237. So let's understand what this problem is asking us to do. In this problem, we'll be given two arrays, ARR1, ARR2, and we have to consider a list containing the result of bitwise AND operation between all the individual numbers of ARR1 with ARR2. So for example, let's consider example 1 itself on the whiteboard and see what is meant by the list containing the result of pairwise AND. So I've already drawn ARR1 and ARR2 here. Let's understand what these pairs are. So first we'll select one element from ARR1. Let's say we are selecting this element, and we'll find the AND of this element with all the elements of ARR2. So we get 1 and 6 as first element and 1 and 5 as the second element. Similarly, we're going to now select this element. Let me move the pointer from here. Now we'll find the AND of 2 with all the elements of error. So 2 and 6, comma 2 and 5. The same process will be repeated for 3. I don't have space, so I'm shifting to the new line. 3 and 6, comma 3 and 5. So now this is a list containing 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 pairwise ANDs that can be formed using ARR1 and ARR2. Our next step is to find the XOR sum of this array. So the XOR sum would simply mean we first compute 6 and 1, 5 and 1, and so on till we reach 3 and 5, and we compute the XOR of all the results. So let me just quickly see what result we'll be getting. So the XOR of 1 and 6, So XOR of 1 and 6 will give us 0. Then we get 1, 2, 0, 2, and 1. Our job now is to find the XOR sum of this resultant array, which is very simple: 0, XOR 1, XOR 2, XOR 0, XOR 2, XOR 1. I think the answer to this would again be 0, as 0 is present, right? So this is our objective. This is what we need to find. This is the answer that we need to return, right? So let's try to understand how to do this. The crux of this problem is just a simple mathematical formula. Let's try to understand what this formula is. This formula can be seen using a very small observation, right? So the observation is that we can use distributive law. Let's understand what is distributive law first. So since we had 3 elements here, okay. So let's say this is something very important. So A plus B plus C multiplied by B plus E is something you multiply, right? So the distributive property says that this can be calculated like A into D plus A into E plus B into D plus P into E plus C into D plus C into. So this is a distributive law. the distributed addition over multiplication, right? Something similar can be done with the XOR and AND operator. Let's see how. Let me shift this. Yeah. So now let's see what I'm talking. Suppose we had something like this. And D. When we find the distribution for this, the result that we would get is A and D XOR A and E XOR B and D XOR B and E. I'll be shifting to a new name, little map space. XOR C and E. Finally, XOR C. E. So if you notice something, this is what we have to find in our question, isn't it? Let's say that we had an ARR1 which contained A, B, and C, and ARR2 which contained D and E. All we have to do is find all the pairs and calculate their and then the resultant array, we have to find its XOR sum, right? So what we have to compute is this. So why distribute it? Why not just calculate the XOR sum of ARR1? Oh, sorry. Why not let's just calculate XOR sum of ARR1 and ARR2, and our final answer would be the bitwise AND of the XOR sum of ARR1 and ARR2. So let's say the XOR sum of ARR1 is XOR1, and for this it's XOR ARR2. Our final answer result would simply be XOR ARR1 and XOR ARR2. So this simple observation of distributive law would help us simplify this problem to a great extent, right? Using a loop, you can easily find the XOR sum of ARR1 and ARR2. And then when you find the XOR sum, all you have to do is return the AND between those two XOR sums. So I hope the explanation and the hint to this problem is now very clear. Thank you.